Good evening. It is Thursday, June 13th. This is in Ogdensburg Bridge Port Authority Finance Committee meeting, and we'll call the meeting to order at 4:31. First business item is our April internal 2024 financials, so I'll turn that over to our financial officer.
Thank you. We'll start with the statement of financial position. You'll notice that our accounts receivable regular are at 159. That's 94% of all the open AR. That is either current or 1 to 30 days, so we're still doing quite well on that. Our accounts receivable AEAS is at 817. That is what is owed to us by USDOT and what is owed to us by Contour. I believe that's 2 months from USDOT. Contour sent us a very large payment in May, so they are current with us now. If we look down toward our liabilities, our regular accounts payable is at 622,000. Our AEAS Contour is only what the OBPA owes Contour, and that's 1 month of flying. The New York State retirement payment is still at 124,000. And our project accounts payable is 857,000. And as of the end of May, we had paid an additional 19,000. We are paying everything that is in there this Friday. We have secured the line of credit with Watertown Savings Bank. So we will have our first draw on that line of credit on Friday, and everything will be made current.
Good.
On the second page, you can see our top 10 vendors. The first two, we're waiting for our stabilization funding to be able to make an impact on those. The rest of them, we are attempting to keep current, or at least make payments on it so that we do not lose services. Are there any questions on the statement of financial position? We move on to the budget to actual. You will notice being that this is the first month of the fiscal year, our monthly and our year-to-date are the same number. The bridge revenue, we left the budget to be 80% of the 2019 income. April is 84% of the 2019 income. So we're slightly ahead of what we had budgeted. It's all we can hope for. Our fuel sales income, and as far as I'm concerned, it's even. $396 isn't anything to worry about. Our port revenue is up. We always assume that there is no salt left on the dock on April 1st, and we are collecting rent because there is salt out there, which will make that positive number. In our bridge expenses, our salary, we did not.
Before you go on. Mm-hmm. So for this fiscal year, the budget, you've adjusted the airport revenue fuel sales?
Yes, very much. We brought it down to almost, we had actually put the budget in before we had our year-end number, and the year-end number was almost exactly what we had actually taken in for the last fiscal year.
Good, thank you.
We had not taken on our seasonal groundskeepers or bridge crew for the month of April, so we saved a little bit of money in our salaries, and that would, of course, go down to benefits. You will notice under airport expense, interest is at 0. As we will now start having the finance charges for the line of credit, I moved our debt interest down into the principal and debt, or yes, principal and interest. so that we can leave this line specifically for the debt on this line of credit. Under the industrial park, our utility expenses, of course, our tenants are repaying, so we will always have that credit under the utilities. Our marine terminal salary expense, we just did not have that much work at the port as we had anticipated, so that will be a credit to us for now. And the general expenses at the port, we simply expended less than we had budgeted. The principal and interest at the bottom, we would have been almost spot on, except when the budget was created, we had not anticipated taking money off of the Tompkins general line of credit. We have, and the difference is almost to the penny what we're paying back on the line of credit to Tompkins. We do have some money in the compensating balance account at Tompkins over in excess of what we need to have for the compensating balance. I have spoken with our bank rep there, and we are going to move some of that over to help alleviate the money that we have taken off the line of credit. So that will bring the line down a little bit faster. Any questions on the budget to actual? Okay. So if we go to the cash flow, I think it's pretty much what we expect to see, but what I have done is I've color coded our other income and our OBPA portion of grants to show you that of the 587 that was paid in April, we received our 76% in June. And we're going to see that going out, that the 1 million in June, we will see come back the 76% in August. So it's going to be about 45 days in between what we pay out and what we receive back.
Is that longer than normal?
Yes, because we have WSP who is acting on behalf of New York State, it has to go through WSP before it goes there, so it's adding a few extra days
And then it
to
goes to the comptroller. And then they approve it, and then we get paid.
So there's an extra step with the revitalization project.
Okay.
But otherwise, I think this is what we have expected to see for the cash flow.
So compared to what we did last year on cash flow, the difference is the amount of projects we have going on this year, pretty much.
Yes. And having undertaken the big one.
Right.
And having that money be out just an extra 15 days or so, we have an impact there that we hadn't had before.
Yes.
Are there any questions on the cash flow? As I stated, the good news is we do have the line of credit with Watertown Savings. They have removed the request that DOT pay them directly so that the money can come here and we don't have to attempt to make any changes to what OSC already does. And we stopped to see the president of the bank yesterday when we were coming back. We had a nice chat with him, and he's all on board with the project. He's very excited.
Good.
We're pleased that a local bank has been really good to us. And they're part of something we're doing up here. That seemed to, that's something they were looking forward to, and we really appreciate that.
Yes.
Just one question, just my lack of understanding. So on the cash flow sheet, under May, we have a $19,000 expense And then when we have the reimbursement or the income that offsets it in July, it's 30,000. The rest is a decrease. Why is that one an increase?
Because there is, in that 1 million in June, a green area
Okay, okay,
for 13,000 that will bring us to
Okay.
that
perfect. All right,
12,000.
thank you.
Didn't have enough colors.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
You can tell I was an elementary school teacher.
Color coding,
Color
color
coding.
coding. Any questions for Patty? Any comments on our finances? Any other business to come before the finance committee? Okay, then a motion to call the meeting adjourned.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we will call the meeting adjourned at 4:41.